What's up, badass? McSmuff here, and today we're gonna be doing a little mini series I would like to do for a couple of reasons, where it's kind of showing different stuff that I've learned. Cause honestly, I've been on YouTube for a while; it just doesn't really show it with the content I've done. But just a little stuff that I wish people did a video on that I learned that I spent hours to kind of learn, but spaced out, so you're not watching an hour-long video for that has to be spaced out. Better off watching one video, like a kind of a tree chapter system here. Alright. And it's gonna teach you basically everything how to do basics of YouTube, where the rest of it is basically gonna be on you. Or even if it's not even just YouTube period, this can be content creation. That's really good. So this episode we're gonna start off with OBS and how I capture. Because even though you're just lost in the void of the infinite void that this right here is going in this window. This is OBS. This is possibly one of the, in my opinion, best or better capture software devices with with Streamlabs OBS, a version of OBS, being the second behind this one, in my personal opinion. So if you want to get this software, best place to probably do that is the website, obsstudio.com. You just download it. It's free. So, and then there's lots of plugins on it that you can find out there. But it's basically this. It's actually sponsored by Twitch. Didn't know that. But yeah, you download whatever operating system you're on. I'm on Windows 10, so I did download. It's Windows. You click on it, it downloads it. Hit keep. Alright. You hit this. I'm not actually going to install it, but it's just an easy wizard where it's doing that. It's really awesome. But I'm going to delete it because I don't need that on my computer. But yeah, it's just pretty simple. They also have a Twitter and they have pretty active people around them. So it's nice. But anyways, this is my basic setup for the thing. Right? Now when I'm streaming, I have this open. Or at least ideally when I'm streaming. I have this window here where, let me close this, or so you can see it better. I have this little window here, or the UI thing I bought at Nerd or Die, where I believe that website was, where I was able to have a little UI, right? So the thing is, when I want to stream, I wish not playing, right? Look at that. I have my chat here. My cursor's not being recorded, I guess. But on the bottom right, I have the chat. I have my ats for everything, which is pretty much the same exact thing. Alright. And then I go back to the scene. Takes a millisecond to do. I have that, right? Now, what makes it easier, so when I'm streaming, is I have... Actually, let me go back. Now, first off, for this scene, I have window capture, which is like specific window, which usually you want to put whatever you're capturing. So let's say for gameplay, you want to put that in the bottom, kind of like how I put this display capture on the bottom, right? And then I have my webcam and the webcam screen like right here. So it's set up and I put them together. I make sure they were locked, so I didn't accidentally click them and move it around, because that would be for lack of a better word, for a pain in the ass to have to fix, especially when you're live. So yeah. And then I also have other windows like Twitch chat, the notifications, and then other notifications up right here, labeled in green. So it's color coded, so I have my webcam, and this one thing is blue. This stuff, UI and all that, is green, and then microphone and audio. All audio is red. So if I had multiple audio outputs, where I say I was doing a podcast with 8+ people, meaning 8 or more microphones, in addition to whatever audio is, like let's say I had one person on Skype and I had 9 people here in a studio or something like that kind of situation with microphones. So I have like 9 microphones, and then I have the audio input capture, or output capture, which would be like stereo or whatever is playing on the computer. So etc. Right? That would be all highlighted in red, so I know this microphone. If I have to do properties on my microphone, know what the audio device is. If I want to put filters on it, make it go. Excuse me, sir. I want to go crazy with it. Have a gain filter to make because I have a quiet voice, and it's hard to hear me sometimes. And then also I have kind of different things muted in the audio mixer, which is pretty unique. Although they can have a vertical layout, or you can have a horizontal layout where everything's all horizontal. But honestly, I prefer the vertical layout because you get to see things more. It's not as big, so like when you have more sources, it's easier to kind of have a view on what's going on. But if you have less sources, a horizontal layout might be the thing for you because you're able to hear different things and see it differently. But it's all a matter of preference. It's really customizable, right? So when it comes to audio output capture, usually you want to hear whatever the person is saying above the audio of the game. And especially if you're playing a shooter game with lots of explosions or whatever, you usually want to have the audio capture down by default. So you're not actually having to go into the game settings and messing it up for you. Because this audio output capture only affects the output of the video, not yourself. So if I'm playing a game like Rainbow Six Siege, where I have a large amount of audio cues and just sound whoring generally, to be able to hear what's going on around me, I don't have to turn the output down for that. I just turn it down in the capture device. That's something that's really nice. And if you're going to go to stream, that's a whole different thing. You got to put your service. You can connect your account, or you can also connect your stream key. I connected my account, made it easy. All right, and then when it comes to output mode, you can have, this is my output mode where audio bitrate's at 160 and bitrate's at 7,000. However, if you're gonna be live streaming, I would probably recommend like 3 to 5,000 between there, matter where your output is. All right. But honestly, right now I'm recording, so I don't have to go through the whole internet loophole thing. Because when you're streaming, let's say to Twitch or YouTube or whatever, people have to have good enough internet to actually receive whatever you're streaming. So if you stream at 4K quality and someone's computer is not good enough to handle 4K quality, then they're asked out of the stream because they can't even watch it. However, if it's a video, they can like put on pause, put on the highest settings, give it a minute, go make themselves some food, snacks, or whatever, come back, it's like halfway done, preloading, and they're able to watch it like that, basically. So for video, you're able to go high quality with it. So that's why when it comes to, that's why that's at 7K right now. And then I believe, video. Video, you can have your base canvas resolution, which is always going to be 1080p usually. However, I put my output at 720p because while I'm live streaming, being at 720p 60 FPS or 30 FPS in this case is better because more people with not as good internet or like bad Wi-Fi, but they have good internet, then it's they're able to watch the live stream with the buffering less. I mean, they're able to actually get the stream out there more. So it's not like highest quality possible, but yeah. And then also, when I'm recording, right now it's bumped up to 7,000 kilobits per second. I also have the recording output says the FLV, and the reason for this is because it allows me to have, let's say, I'm going through a thunderstorm. I gotta make a good video out for whatever reason, whether it's scheduling, like I'm able to record that after or something like that, right? Whatever the situation is, I'm gonna be able to. I record it as an FOV, right? And thunderstorm or something like that, power outage happens. I'm able to, when the power comes back on, or even if just OBS just crashes for no reason at all, I'm more likely to be able to recover the video footage that was lost, audio, whatnot, and with it being an FOV instead of being an MP4. So yeah, that is basically where I record as FOV. Plus also I feel like it captures more of the computer, right? So that's why I output for outputs like that, where FOV instead of a MP4, which would be really simple. It's not really simple, or it's simple and sweet, but not sweet, I guess you could say. So for out, I guess when it comes to output, or not output, but hotkeys, it makes things a lot faster because you can just swim. It's just a split second to do something, basically. So what I did was I have numpad 1 control, because I have a high layer of press control and numpad at the same time. It's not like shift tab, which is incredibly used a lot, right? So what I have is we switch the sources from main game 1 to, so it's like not playing 1, stream start to main game tree. Alright. So what will happen is whenever I switch over to a scene, it will use the numpad, it will give it a millisecond, it'll do the steam animation, and then it'll switch, like so. And it's just like that. It's really easy and saves me time. Or if I'm in a game or something like that, I don't actually have to back out my source. Because some games you cannot alt tab out of simply, like Star Wars: The Old Republic and GTA games. If you alt tab out and then you go back in, there's a little buffer time to kind of catch up, which is really annoying, but you still have to deal with it regardless. There may be a way around that, but I haven't quite figured it out yet. So that's basically that. And the thing though is, when it comes to output, you always have it where you have a recording path, right? So me, how my computer is set up is I have 4 drives right now. I have a boot drive, which is an M.2 SSD. I have this SSD is a NVMe. I have 2 NVMe SSDs, which low storage, bad mistake, and then I have a M.2 SSD, which is incredibly fast, that I have all my games on. And if I had like a 1 terabyte SSD, I would probably put my I'd put editing programs on there, but yeah, I got like a 500 gigabyte or 480 gigabyte, something like that. And then I have a terabyte hard drive, which is just for storage overall. Alright. And then I have videos here that all the videos get stored on. But the reason I'm saying this is like if you go to videos right here, this is literally just your boot drive. So this is all the stuff that gets stored on your boot drive. All these are your boot drive basically, which is the C drive usually. And because if stuff gets thrown there, then that's why it's not really that good to store a bunch of stuff on your desktop, right? But basically, that's the next thing: is organize your files. Where this right here is a mess. This is a mess right here. All right. Now it's always this. Now if it's a vault, like this is vault of videos that probably will never see the light of day, but might as well have just in case. That's what that is. And basically, I don't believe there's anything more to add to this, just besides the fact that this is unorganized, right? So like right here, I have all my Ignimatica 2 videos. And I'll explain why this is a bad setup for these kind of videos. And why things like this is a good project. Or not project. Yeah, project setup for your files. And then also, let's say for different clips, I edit out certain clips that are really funny that I can put in a funny moments thing to save myself time for the future. So yeah, but I also sort everything. So this is this is a video. This is a video theme where I played theme for so long. This is a series. And it's numbered and organized. But that's going to be a next video. So I'll go right into that. So next time, badasses, have a good one.